What's going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back at again with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys an account flip that I did. I did a $100 account to $500. This was a suggested video from one of my members in the Discord. I haven't done a small account flip in a while. This is one of my OG videos that I used to do all the time. So I feel like to bring it back a little bit, let me go ahead and do a $100 account flip. Nothing too crazy, what your boy NTG can do, but I feel like this video will bring a lot of knowledge for you guys, especially for a small account trader. So we're going to go ahead and do this full breakdown of this trade. All right, guys. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more content just like this. I'm going to have more, videos coming out, more strategies, more trade psychology, full breakdown trades, all that good stuff right here at the NTG Academy. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button for me. We didn't hit our like goal for that last video, but I think we can hit it this video, guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys push this video to 1,000 likes, I will push out that pre-breakout strategy for you guys. All right, so make sure y'all running it up for that, and make sure you have post notifications on. All right, you already know how we like to do it. We're gonna go ahead and roll the intro and get straight into the video. Let's get it. All right, guys, so here we are on the charts here. As you guys can see, I already have my setup here. This is the analysis that I did for gold, way back, like last week when I was showing everyone on the Discord. So right here we have some daily support on the trend line and zones. Okay, so I'm gonna just explain this a little bit here. So how I drew out my zones here was multiple rejections here. We had a nice 1, 2, 3 engulfing right here to confirm that rejection. Plus we had a higher high. All right, guys, so if you guys are not familiar with the structure of the market, in a bullish market it creates higher highs and higher lows, and those higher highs and higher lows can act as support and resistance there. So that was definitely a key area to mark up for my support zone here. All right, and then we had our weekly trend line of support here. All right, so before, a couple months ago, gold was actually in a falling flag pattern. Okay, it looked something like this. All right, not perfectly, but it looked something like this, and we were in that falling flag on the weekly. It would be a lot cleaner on the weekly, and we were in that pattern for a couple months, and then we actually broke that pattern back in May. And if you guys know how structure works, okay, this was resistance, and we know that once market structure is broken, it can act as a reverse, right? So if resistance is broken, we can come back to retest that area, and it can act as support. All right, so this was two zones here of support. So we had a daily support zone, and we had a support on the weekly here. All right, and then we also had some Japanese candlesticks confirm these support zones. So we had a 1, 2, 3 engulfing right here at this daily support zone. So this was an ideal area for me to take profit. All right, so let's go ahead and go down to the 1 hour. And what I was waiting for on the 1 hour, I had drawn out this lower low here, and I wanted to see if gold can break this structure here, all right, for a sell. And I wanted to just get a quick scalp in right back to this daily zone area, and then that's where I'm going to get out the trade there, because of course we don't want to hold our sell position coming into support there. So this was an ideal area for me. Once I saw that break on the 1 hour here, this is when I went straight down to the 1 minute time frame, and I was just waiting for my confirmations, and I was gonna scalp this trade. So this was 100% price action. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and go into this full breakdown. So my first thing that I was looking for was actually the retracement. So I pulled out my fibs here because I like to use fibs, to confirm and be a little bit more conservative, especially with a small account. All right, so with the small account, your entries have to be on point. If they're not on point, you're not going to be able to build the account like how you want to. All right, so ideally this was the area that I was waiting for gold to go when I saw this break, for me to give me a confirmation here so that we can continue with this trade. So I was waiting for a 1, 2, 3 engulfing. If you're new to the channel, okay, this candlestick pattern right here is my confirmation to get into my trades. This 1 2 3 engulfing. As soon as I saw that, that's exactly when I got into this trade with a position. And I actually exposed only 20% of my account here. So I was only risking 10 pips. All right. To gain 60 pips. All right. So this was like a 1 to 6 here. 1 to 6 trade. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that a little bit because I know a lot of you guys message me or comment on my videos. Some people are like, hey, NTG, you're not using risk management. You're risking your whole account. That's a very dangerous way of trading. And not really. I know you guys see all my positions locked in like that, but I'm actually not risking all of my account. I know exactly how much I want to risk before I enter a trade. I know exactly how much I want to expose my account without blowing it. That's just the way that I trade, and I know how to properly risk my account to where I can actually maximize the account flip with little risk. Okay, little risk. That's what I do. So the maximum I exposed my account to was only 18%. As you guys can see on the left hand side, the max drawdown that I saw in red was negative $18, and then after that it was just straight profits from there. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys real quick here where I had the drawdown. I had my stop loss. Well, not my stop loss, but this was an ideal area for me. Like if I saw a break to the upside here, this is where I was gonna get out. And the max I would have lost was like $25. So, but then we didn't. We touched that resistance area, and gold started to drop again. So now that we coming back in profits a little bit, now my second entry, right, or my third entry, was waiting for that break of this rising flag pattern here. So I was on the 1 minute, I was waiting for the break, and then boom. So I had did a premature entry for that lock in. So I already had and got into that trade. So now that I know that we broke this pattern, right, now I can confirm that gold actually wants to drop back to the support zone. But now it's about managing my trade when I scale in, and when to actually enter another position in the trade. So I drew out my zone. So this is my first zone here, right at this lower low. Now, if we break this zone here, this is when I want to re-enter the trade. And then I had another zone right here where I wanted to re-enter that trade as well. Okay, so now we are here, and now this is all price action now. So we can get rid of this so we can zoom in a little bit more. All right, so this is where we are on the 1 minute. Now I'm just gonna be pretty much just trading the 1 minute time frame. So I'm just watching the market right here. All right, so we came back to this zone here, right? I'm not in this trade yet. I'm just waiting for confirmation. And that's the key thing here, guys, is waiting for confirmation. So we created this lower high here, right? So this was where I wanted to actually exit my trade. So if gold was to break and close above this structure here, this lower high, that's where I was going to get out the trade. But as you guys can see, again, my 1 2 3 engulfing, boom, that's exactly when I entered the trade again. All right, so you guys going to see here in some small drawdown, you're going to see the account and the negatives with the profit. Let me go ahead and look and see. I have a lot of screen recordings as far as my profit here. Yeah, so my free margin was in the negatives, just a negative 11, until we started to continue, back into profits, of course. And then once we broke this zone here, this is the idea zone that I wanted to break before I wanted to enter that trade again, which we did here. And that's where I went ahead and entered the trade. And then I had my last zone here that I wanted to break. And then we did that exactly. And I entered the trade again. And it's just profits from there. We're just waiting for the breaks of the zones here. We had this lower high here that I wanted to confirm as resistance. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, these areas can act as support and resistance. So this is an ideally area that we wanted to mark up. Complete price action, complete trading psychology, managing my trade. And then we just had this huge drop to about all the way back to this price zone here. And we continue to drop. I added 2 more positions here, of course. This wasn't needed. Honestly, this was just added because I wanted to hit that $400 mark. So this was just like a personal thing for me. But you know, these were not needed. These were just like trying to grow my account balance even more right at that support area. But as soon as we started to hit here, I started closing my positions all right here in this area here. And then I was actually wanting to get into a buy. Now, the reason why I didn't get into this buy, I have no idea why. Okay, this was a nice engulfing on the 1 minute right at that support area. I don't know why I didn't get it. I got into the buy so late. I can't remember what I was doing, but this was where I wanted to get into the buy. And if I was able to get into that buy from that jump, oh yeah, this account flip would have been a couple thousand. This would have been a couple thousand. But you know, I got in late, premature, and I got in right at the break of the zones, these old zones that I had here, and I just let it run up the profit up there up to 500. But you know, I missed my entry here, so I didn't go too crazy. I was just like, oh dang. So maybe next time, you know, when I do another account challenge, I know someone challenged me to flip $25. So if you guys were interested and looking into actually me trying to flip $25, you guys already know what to do. Go ahead and hit up that like button, get this video to 1,000 likes, and I'll definitely do a full breakdown for a $25 account. I know some of you guys have been wanting me to do that for the challenge, so I'll definitely look into that. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the full breakdown. Then you can go over it again. I have my daily support zones here. Rising flag pattern, you guys already know the deal here. Early entry, waited for the break, got the break, entered again, and then just managed my trade with the lower lows and the lower highs into the zones. And I started just entering right at the break of the zones. Every zone here broke, entered. Another zone here broke, entered the trade, simply like that. And that's it. And I was just managing my account. And I was using, now for trails stop loss, I didn't use the 30 EMA. If you wanted to use the 30 EMA, you could have, but I didn't. You guys know I like to use structure. So structure here, and then we didn't have no structure after that. So that was just a take profit right there. But of course, if we had created lower highs like that, we would have had stop loss here. And then if we created another lower high, then we would have moved stops here. And then we're just gradually moving stops at structure every time we hit structure there. And we're just boom, boom, boom until we get stopped out like that. So that's how we want to trail from the lower highs, the lower highs, lower highs. And then boom, we'll get stopped out at maximizing our profit there. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, just make sure you comment on the video below. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you're new to the channel, like I said, make sure you subscribe. We're going to have more content like this, more full breakdowns. If you want to explore my channel, I got plenty of deep videos like this. Many strategies on my videos, Confluence. You go ahead and check out my playlist, so you guys can go ahead and enjoy that. And of course, you guys, you know my OGs, make sure you guys are smashing that like button and you have post notifications on. It was your boy NTG, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.